Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I want to do a video to show you my first drive review, impressions, and fuel economy on a 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve Level 3 Hybrid. Let's check this out. So this is the first time I've had an opportunity to do a drive review and impressions of the all-new Hybrid Nautilus. So for 2024, this is a new vehicle, and it's gotten some great press. This thing is a very capable vehicle, but this one is very unique as it's in a hybrid. All right, let's do a cold start on the Hybrid Nautilus. Like most hybrids, they're very quiet. You can hear some of the different fans and cooling. I love the accents with the LEDs that follow around. I also noticed this cool little Lincoln badging right there. You carry the lit emblems all through the side. This is really nice and bright. Got your ADAS sensors in the front. You also have some really nice, almost like a satin chrome finish that goes through the front. A little bit different than some of the others. Now this one has a unique rim, which comes with the Michelin Primacy all-season tire. What I like about this reserve package is this gets you the color matched wheel flare and also gets you the color matched cladding down the side, which is nice. And then here's one of the ways you can tell if it's a hybrid going down the road is this right here. I don't know if this picks up or not, but it is a blue Nautilus badging that goes down the side. You have the nice LEDs that sweep down the side, and actually, I'm not sure if you can tell. Let's see if we hit the unlock button again. This actually sweeps down the side. That looks really cool as well. All right, let's check out the window sticker now. So this color is called Infinite Black Metallic Clear Coat. This has got the 2-liter, and this is an FHEV. So if you're not familiar with what an FHEV is, what an FHEV means, this is a fuel-only hybrid. So what that means is it's kind of like a mild hybrid system. You're not going to have to actually plug this thing in to get the hybrid benefits. It's going to get the hybrid benefits through regenerative braking, and just different sorts of drive modes will charge the battery, which is nice. So for people that don't want to deal with a PHEV, which is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, so you would actually have a spot on the side of the vehicle, almost like another door opening for a electric vehicle, and that would be where you'd hook your charger up to. This is simple. You don't have to deal with this. So this is a much easier approach for someone that's never had a hybrid before, whereas a PHEV is a little bit more electrified, so you do have to do a little bit more from the hybridization. So being this is a 2-liter hybrid, this is a Reserve Level 3, which a Reserve Level 3 is the 203A package, which is $10,005. This is the FHEV 2-liter GTDI, which is a $1,500 upgrade. This has got the 21-inch wheels, so that's an upgrade. And then it's also got some upgraded cargo accessories for a grand total of $68,500. But check out the fuel economy. 30 mixed, 30 city, and 31 highway. It'll be real interesting to see how our numbers compare to in real world today versus this. All right, let's check out the interior now. So you got a real nice soft touch around the sides of the door and on the top of the door pads here. This carries all through. You got some nice stitching along here as well as here. This gets you the Revel Ultima, a really nice machined grille cover for your speakers. Just I can't imagine the amount of machine work that went into that. It's kind of wild. A ton of storage in the side of the door. It goes back pretty far and then goes all along. The Nautilus has kind of a unique door handle. I actually kind of like it. You can just use 1 finger, 2 fingers, whichever, but that's your door handle. You got your real nice Lincoln badge to get in. Check out the payload. This one is 900 pounds. Now we kind of look at the interior theme. Sweep into the seats. These seats are beautiful. These ones, which are kind of cool, you don't have some of the Alcantara or the suede stitching that you would see maybe on a black label, but what you do get is most of the functionality as far as in the active motion in the seating, as well as the massaging seats, which I will show later. There's your adjustments for your seats. All right, let's see the startup sequence now. The panoramic display is truly incredible on these new Nautilus. If you haven't had a chance to see the interior, this is definitely some next level technology. I've already customized all 3 of these windows. So in your main display, if you see this area right here, you just hit, and this is where you can customize your display. So I could change any of these options down below. Right now I currently have fuel economy right there. Let's just say we want to switch clock. Just drag that up in there. You see that change. Let's say I want trip 2. Just drag it up in there. Now that's upgraded. So that's kind of neat. I'm going to put fuel economy back there. If I want to reset my fuel economy, I can just adjust that. And then I've also, on this side, you've got the weather on the right-hand side, trip in the middle, fuel economy on the left. As far as all your display, this is nothing different than any of the other Nautiluses I've done. You still got all of your menus for your Google Maps. You've got your phone for Bluetooth, radio controls. Go to the vehicle settings. These are where you can get into your drive modes here, but you can also get into your drive modes here, which is kind of nice. They both do the same sort of thing. You can go through the different menus by selecting, conserve. You have all these different drive modes. So you have conserve, excite, slippery, deep conditions. For today, I'm going to be putting this thing in conserve mode, but you can also adjust these different settings from down below as well. Here's another thing that's kind of cool. If you weren't aware, you can put different cartridges inside of this vehicle and actually create digital synths for the inside to put a different smell in place. Very wild. We go into the seating. So you have all of your standard adjustments for your seating, but this one being a Reserve 3, it also has different massaging in there. Incredible. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't used the massaging seat in one of these new Nautiluses, this is better than my Navigator. It goes very deep into your back and it works really well. And I'm going to be using that today. This one has the interior theme on this, has the nice lighter color here, but you've also got like a wood grain that goes through the top of the dash there. And then you've got your standard dash panel on the top here. Got your Bluecruise sensors across here. Also, I'm a big fan of this like touch capacitive steering wheel. Now, to some people, they might like the different color steering wheel. I'm kind of a fan personally of more of the black steering wheel, less chance of maybe something on your hands and kind of getting a lighter color dirty. So I think this is a pretty functional design. And then you've got your display that reaches all the way across the vehicle. Looks really nice. Now, let's look at the panoramic sunroof. It's probably going to stop about midway. There we go. Very nice. It'll nicely light up the interior of the vehicle. And then if we want to open up the sunroof, got the nice sunshade here that blocks some wind noise. Very nice. We will close that. You have your sunglass holders there. Got your universal remote here. You've got different speakers for your voice activated for microphones. You've got all your HVAC controls here. We've got cooled seats on, heated seats option, auto climate control set at 70. There's your glove box. Let's check out the second row now. So the second row carries on the same interior theme. You get this really nice soft touch. You got a really nice, beautiful, almost like a piano black trim work that goes through here. You also have a ton of the machine surface for the grille covers up top, as well as in the bottom. Some good storage down below. Same style door handles there. Soft touch there. Auto windows down, auto up, very nice. Carry this nice themed interior with the venting that goes through here. Even though these aren't ventilated seats, this still will work better than a solid leather surface for perforation. It will allow a little moisture to come through. This does have heated seats in the second row with HVAC controls. Also have a plug in the rear. Really good seat, really good room in the second row. Some kind of fancy storage here in the second row also for your cup holders. And then this one as well has your clasp for your safety belt. Now let's check out the cargo area. Really good storage in these Nautiluses. These are great. Can kind of see you have second row where you can flip these down. Very nice. Then you have a little bit of if you see this little deal here, this is for the cargo storage rack. You can flip that up or flip that down for extra security in this area. Got our floor mats here. Underneath storage. Don't have a full-size spare, but it's still good enough that you could get about wherever you needed with your jack, and a little more storage in these corners, which is really nice. Like how it says the Nautilus here. And you know, some people may or may not like this, but I like that there's this ridge here. So if you've got your luggage and you're trying to put it in place, this will actually kind of keep your stuff in place. And then you also have these little clasps in both corners to securing some different stuff. Shut the tailgate now. I want to thank Varsity Lincoln in Novi, Michigan for letting me do this review. I've worked with these guys before, done some videos before, and I appreciate them allowing me to use this vehicle today to review for you guys. And if you're interested in this vehicle, I will put the information down below so you could purchase this, lease this. Please reach out to Rich. His information will be down below. All right, now that we got the engine and everything nice and warmed up, let's go for a ride and let's see how this thing does. We're gonna reset our fuel economy. All right. and let's go. I'm really curious to see how seamless the hybrid system works with the electrification kicking on and out, as well as the integration of the regenerative braking. I've driven a lot of different hybrids from several different manufacturers, and some have smooth engagements, some don't. Some have smooth braking and some don't. We're gonna see how this Lincoln handles the hybrid system today. I'm really enjoying right now this massaging back while I'm sitting in this vehicle. We're gonna have a little bit difference in the loop today because there's a little bit of construction around here. So this is kind of cool right now. Right underneath where it says fuel economy 20.3 miles per gallon, it actually says electric driving, and there's a sweeping scale that goes between 0 and 40 miles per gallon. So as soon as you get into the gas, like right now, my foot is off the brake. See how it doesn't show any fuel economy, which is kind of neat. Now I'm gonna accelerate here. We'll see if the engine kicks on. There we go. So it said the electric driving went away, and now you can kind of see the sweeping. I'm getting onto the highway now, so you can kind of imagine as you're accelerating, it's gonna use a little electric and a little gas. So for the video today, we're gonna be setting the cruise at 70 miles an hour, just like we've done with other videos. And we're gonna see when the Bluecruise kicks in. And there we go. I am hands-free. And you can kind of see it's saying hands-free, 70 miles an hour. We can see right now by the gauges that we are in a hybrid mode, and we're currently hovering right around 30 miles per gallon. Now keep this in mind. One thing about a hybrid, and this is all hybrids, is that if the vehicle's been sitting for a little bit, and I don't know how long this vehicle's been sitting for, it's got to recharge the battery before the hybrid mode can be fully activated. All right, we're gonna switch lanes now, and we're gonna watch this system work, the Bluecruise. So it's saying changing lanes. Hands are off the steering wheel. How cool is that? I just love it. Very, very cool. That changed lanes and everything. Now, I'm gonna try it one more time now. Preparing the lane change. And it is changing lanes all on its own. Very cool. Now, the one thing about Bluecruise, if it starts giving you warning signals to resume control, if you don't resume control and put input into the steering, it will over time actually basically disengage the Bluecruise process of hands-free. So you need to be prepared to do what it says, or unfortunately it's going to disable that feature. I'm gonna change and go right lane now. I just think that's the coolest thing. How neat is that? Man, if I was doing a long road trip, heading to Florida, this would be the kind of technology I'd want in a vehicle like this. We're at the halfway point of our loop now. Fuel economy is setting in really good. I think this is gonna have some really good fuel economy numbers. If you find this video helpful, feel free to give me a like. I also encourage anybody to leave some comments. If you think of areas I could improve or anything you'd like me to do differently, I take all feedback seriously and definitely try to bring the best content to everybody. So here we're sitting at about a flat. I don't have any hypermiling or anything going on right at the moment, but I'm sitting probably 35 miles per gallon right at this current speed on the highway at 70 miles an hour. That's what the sweeping gauge looks like. So we're gonna see if we can accelerate in just electric only. Nope, it kicked out. It actually gives you enough boost that you can kind of get going, and that's the big impact, is that first initial start. And it's really nice that having that electric motor kicking in, going from stop to moving and having that a little bit electric help, it's very much impactful for fuel economy. And then now we're stopped and you can see we're back in electric driving. And this also gives you some of the different eco coaching, and it can tell you, it's telling me that for my braking behavior, I'm at 99% of efficiency. The advantage to that in using these coaching methods for eco driving is the more efficient you are with your braking, the more you get back into your regenerative braking for fuel economy, but there's a side benefit to it as well. The better you are at eco driving, you also put less wear and tear into your braking system, so you'll have to do less maintenance. So there's a lot of benefits for smooth driving. Pulling back into Varsity here to finish up our loop. All right, there's our fuel economy for this trip, 30.2 miles per gallon. Really good, and you can see we had almost 2 miles of that and full electric. That's a huge advantage for the hybrid system. All right, now I want to get out and kind of compare this, the Reserve III, exterior-wise, to a black label right next to it. All right, now let's compare the differences between a black label exterior and a Reserve. One thing I notice immediately is some of the different design. So if we see this area right here, notice this trim piece that comes in. This is a black label. You can even see that this ductwork is even a little bit different. You've got a little bit different styling cues, and this is a Reserve III. And even if we look down below, look at this area, it's a total different style of front fascia. And we can see this carry through on the one we just test drove, but it's really nice to kind of be able to see the different fascia design. This is a little, maybe, I would say, I don't know if I want to say a little sportier. You have a little less of, this is the black finish in the middle, whereas the Reserve gets like this, like a satin. I actually think I like that a little bit more personally. And then back to the one we just test drove, so you can see the same styling cues between these two. But this is really nice to kind of compare black label, Reserve III, and some of the different styling. And then when we go down the side of the vehicle, kind of see the badging, completely black. You got a little bit of gray here. Different rims, of course. Body color, these are both body color here. Cladding here, both body color. I like that. Trim down the sides is the same. Trim in the middle is the same. You do get this trim piece up top though, whereas this is more of a black finish there. If we go to the rear, you can see another theme here. Look at this trim piece and this bezel area here versus that. It really has a completely different look in the styling down below versus this one. Kind of good to see the two back to back next to each other. Just to confirm, this is a Reserve III and this is a black label. I've got other videos. I'll include links to doing a black label and a Reserve, I think, 2 non-hybrid. So you can check those out if you're interested in those packages as well. Today's focus is around the hybrid system and my thoughts on this. So this was a 10-mile loop, which is not a 100-mile loop. But first impressions, I saw a pretty big impact in fuel economy. I definitely saw at least 5 mile per gallon improvement over the non-hybrid. Acceleration, in the transition between the traditional powertrain and the hybrid, I didn't notice anything not smooth. Everything felt very smooth in this, which is good. The other big thing I was looking for is brake feel. The brake feel, the pedal feel, I didn't feel anything harsh kicking in or out or jerky. Very smooth integration of the powertrain, of the electrification and the ICE engine. So that was good. Sometimes you get some weird handling in the steering. I didn't feel that at all either. So in my opinion, my channel is about efficiency and fuel economy. I'm a sucker for technology. I personally like the hybrid system just because you get a little bit better fuel economy. You're going to the gas station less. I like this. Here's a little 360 camera footage. Kind of see how this looks. Nice 360 camera resolution, looks good. All right, I'm gonna shut the engine off now and let's look and see what sort of exit screens we get here. All right, let's get out of the door and let's see what this thing looks like. See kind of the nice, cool theme. Kind of fancy, unnecessary, but still kind of cool. And it even sweeps through the sides of the door. I thought this was kind of cool. I wanted to share this. Got Big Daddy Navigator next to the Aviator, next to the Nautilus, and then even you got the old Nautilus next to it. You can really see the delineation of size when you go from the big Navigator L down to the Aviator, down to the Nautilus. And my favorite right now, looks-wise, for sure, is the Nautilus. I can't wait till when some of these themes get to the Navigator. It's gonna be incredible. We've had good luck in our family. My brother actually has one of the Lincoln Aviators and he loves it. It's a beautiful vehicle and we love our Navigator. I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to like and subscribe. Have a good one.